Pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, really pleased with the fact that we came out. We're in here on a Tuesday night, a couple weeks before finals. There's only a couple thousand people out there, not much of a crowd. So we talked about that in the locker room, about we need to create our own enthusiasm and that we need to play for ourselves, not the crowd, and not look past Sacramento State to the next few games. So I was really pleased that we came out, and I thought our focus was good on almost every possession for a number of minutes, and that was good to see.
Ken, you brought Ben and Lowen in pretty darn early. I mean, I know the game you guys were pulling away, but was that planned, or was it just something you just decided to react to?
I don't recall who did what or who didn't do something, but we tried to put the onus on the players tonight to pay attention to details and do the little things. And if they didn't do some of the little things we've been talking about for a couple months and 30-some practices, then they were going to come out. And I forget the scenario, but that's when he went in.
It was a baseline drive.
Might have been Andre getting beat baseline, might have been it.
The other thing is, you came out and Marcus did a really nice job on Tolles Bay, their leading scorer, and basically took him completely out of the offense. I know he got a lot of help, but I mean that must have been one of his focuses.
Yeah, well, Marcus's focus every game needs to be defense. And he's a good, solid offensive player, but he's one of our better defenders, and so we really need him to fulfill that role.
Have you been able to simulate what Kansas State will be able to bring in practice?
No, we really haven't. It's similar to last year, but at least we've seen them before now. And we have video showing them just taking it to us. So I'm sure we can remind our guys quickly by just showing them a couple clips. That was not a good night last year. They jumped on us kind of like we jumped on Sac State. It wasn't the same score, but it felt like it.
You said you would never want to see another 27-0 game, but if you guys were ahead 27-0 Friday, I think you'd probably be a little happy. Yeah. Bjornstad, you brought Steven in today. Good time to just give him some minutes and just.
Great time to get him in and give him a couple minutes. I thought he was going to fall over after about the first 2 minutes, but we got him out real quick, gave him a breather, and then he got back in there. It was nice to see Big Chris get in there too. He works hard. He made a great pass. He grabbed a rebound. I thought he did a nice job trying to pick up a charge, but it was a blocking foul. But it's nice to see those guys get rewarded because they're there every day at practice, strapping them up, working hard also. So it's nice to see them get some minutes in the game.
Will, I can never pronounce his last name, Dioria. Is he surprising you with some of the things he's doing? He seems to be not at all out of place on the court.
No, he was the Metro Player of the Year last year in Seattle. He was pretty good.
And yet he wasn't offered
Yeah, he was offered a Division I scholarship.
But decided to walk on.
But decided to come here and walk on.
He looks like he might be a contributor as the season goes on.
Yeah, he stepped in the other night at Fresno and gave us a few good minutes there, and he's got a good body. He has nice basketball instincts. He knows how to play, and he can do some things. He just made his free throws, though. That was ridiculous. Was he 3 for 6?
Every guy who played scored. I mean, you talked about sharing the ball.
Chris didn't.
Oh, that's true. I didn't have him on that. But just about everybody who played scored. I mean, is that something that you kind of emphasized today going in?
Didn't emphasize, but was glad to see it. And I think with, as soon as Steven Bjornstad scored that layup, at that time everybody had scored.
Yeah.
And then Chris didn't. But it's always nice to just see, like I said, it's nice to see everybody get an opportunity to get out there, play a few minutes, and have some fun.
You started well, it seems like. I mean, Fresno State, you started pretty well. I think you started pretty well on last Tuesday night.
Portland?
Yeah. So is that the makeup of this team? Are they pretty focused starting the ball game?
They have been so far.
Yeah.
The focus has been good from the opening tip.
I know Bud asked you this, but we didn't see a cast on Reggie's hand and no boot on D'Angelo's foot. Can we at least say that they're closer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Reggie's wrist was reevaluated last night. They took the cast off. He now has a splint. He did not practice today, but he got some shots up. and he's just going to take it day by day and just see how that splint feels and see if he can go. But Friday, it's pretty early to throw